Okay, today Sir will be sharing his insights on the topic of career opportunity and insights in digital electronics. Before we begin, I would like to acknowledge our respected faculty coordinators, Dr. M. Nilma, Assistant Professor, Dr. B. Kitpriya, Assistant Professor, and I am Saiteja Dastri, the student coordinator for this event. Yes, sir.
Shall I start?
Yes, sir, you can.
Yeah, first of all, I'm very glad that you invited me for this session and would like to thank you first because you contacted me. You're the communication for this session for me. Thank you very much, Sai Teja. And would like to thank the coordinators here, Dr. B. Kirtipriya ma'am and Nilima ma'am. We actually familiar with Nilima ma'am. She taught us DSP subject for us. So glad to be here. So first of all, let me introduce myself in a brief. This is Jashwanth. I graduated from Gayatri Vidya Parishad from in the batch 2019 to 22. So I'm particularly saying 2019 because I have done diploma before that. So I only have 3 years of bachelor's. That I joined in 2019 and graduated in 2022. So coming to my introduction, I was born in Andhra Pradesh, specifically Rajahmundry. Most of you guys know that place, I guess. And I did my schooling near my village. Later, I moved to. I thought of not I thought of, but my parents thought of making me to study diploma. So I've joined diploma in electronics and communication engineering. Later, I joined BTech. Then after my graduation, I thought of doing some a job, but I was not clearly interested in software sector. Because I know my roots, I know what I have done since 6 years. That's been 6 years at that point, 3 years of diploma and 3 years of engineering. So I thought of making uh, something in the core. So I thought of going towards core side. So for security purpose, I have acquired a job at that point in on-campus placements, which was Gensar Technologies, which doesn't have any bond. So I've chosen that company so that I don't want to join the company, but I should be giving my potential, what my potential is, to my parents and to my community, so that they won't judge me that I'm not capable of doing something. So I've shown them what I'm capable of. Then I've asked them what I wanted to do. So I've raised my request to my parents that I want to do this, I want to do that. So they have accepted me. So after graduating, immediately after graduating, I should be doing masters so that I can acquire a core job, which is decent and mostly in the product-based companies. So for that, I need to give gate examination. So I've taken at that point at 2022 April, I guess I was graduated, but at that point I was not up to mark towards my knowledge. So I thought I should sharp my brain, improve my knowledge towards core. So I thought of taking few months coaching myself. I didn't take any coaching from any coaching center. I'm self-trained at home, so that worked for me, and I've acquired a good score in gate. And I've chosen my options. I don't take any options. My intentions are very clear. I wanted to do VLSI from IISc. I'm very sure on getting that IISc. So I have applied for IISc. I've given an interview. They take interviews for course VLSI. So I've given interview. I was good at that. So they believed me. They have taken for VLSI course, and I've joined IISc in 2023. I graduated in 2022. I've given GATE in 2023, and in that year, I've joined IISc in VLSI domain and VLSI course. So that takes 2 years, and at this point I'm here. So after first year I was usually even immediately after first year companies come for placements, on campus hiring. They'll do this stuff. So, and also in the placements, I'm very interested in Qualcomm, and maybe I'm not exaggerating this. I was very interested in Qualcomm. I've given in my life, I've given only 3 interviews, which were successful. One is my BTech placements, Gensa, and the next one is ISC interview, and the next one and the recent one is for Qualcomm interview. Three were success. So I'm very particular about my choices. So now I'm here. Sorry. And particularly if I want to elaborate my work at Qualcomm, I'm digital engineer. I've chosen digital domain in VLSI. There is analog domain also, but I'm quite interested in this 10 numbers. So I've chosen digital VLSI. And coming to my work, I work on um, uh, chip designing. You may heard of this Qualcomm chips, Snapdragon chips. Most of you are familiar with that chips. So I work on that currently. And coming to the particular work, I start from synthesis and go till STS sign off. So that's my actual work area. You may heard of this computer chipsets that Qualcomm is developing currently. That is Accelerate processors for computer segments. So they have recently launched that. It's been 1 year, I guess, 1.5 year. The first generation has launched in previous year, I guess. So currently we're working on fourth generation. Maybe not 1 year. That's been 2 years, I guess. So currently Qualcomm is working on fourth generation for computer chipsets, which is Accelerate fourth generation. So I'm into that project currently. So we are going on in the next year. That tape out would be for the fourth generation. So this may complete span, and I hope you understand this. And moving to the session, I don't want to make this a formal session. I'm not teaching you anything. I'm just showing and giving my experiences for you that would make you a path to choose. I'm not inspiring or some moving you towards core companies or core jobs. I'm just uh, telling you my experiences and what you can do. That's it.
Thank you, sir. Thank you for your intro. Like, can you please brief what motivated you to choose this career path? Why only digital? Why not analog sessions?
See, what motivated in the sense, there are a lot of motivations, a lot of background things happen for a person, not only me particularly, for a person to choose something. Since my diploma days, that was that culture was towards digital, more towards digital. But there were analog circuit designing, but that's not up to mark actually. You that's at the age of 16 or 17 or 18, you're not familiarized with the electronics chips and how they work. But these motivated me, in some sense fascinated me, ones and zeros, how they travel, how they do works easily, how they automate the things. So this has a bit interesting, made interesting for me. I'm interested in that. So yeah, that's the starting point. So moving to the mm, engineering part, I mean, into the bachelor's, we were not, I mean, diploma candidates were not very open to this, signals and systems, domains, transforms. uh, we were not very good, we were not in good in touch with that domain. But we are mostly familiarized with this digital electronics part and the logic families, designing these digital blocks. So that also has impact on me for choosing this digital VLSI. And I won't say that analog is not interesting. It's actually having a lot of designing techniques. I mean, it's very hard. I would say that digital part is very easy, but analog part is very tough, because you need to go to the code, to the transistor level. You need to design everything. Physics will be involved. You need to know every parameter, each parameter of a transistor to build an analog circuit. But in digital circuit, even I'm interested in coding. I know coding. I love that. So even that helped me. But analog is also very good. I mean, um, I'm I'm not capable of doing that. I would say that. So that's it.
Okay, sir. What are the suggestions given by to you to the students who are interested in hardware domains?
So I need to give some suggestions to them.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, if you are interested, if without any third person, if your mind tells that you need to do this thing, you will definitely do that. No motivations, no inspirations from others. But what I suggest is do what you are loving, and yeah, you need to do what you love. That's the most important thing that one should do themselves. Don't depend on these society talks. I mean, now towards software, it's very much driven. The society is driven towards software a lot, but that's also good. That's should be there to balance everything, every technology. But if you are really interested in this, you will find ways. No one need to show you something, but you sometimes you miss some paths. You don't know some things are existed. You need to learn that from experienced guys. That's what I would like to tell in this session now. uh, Most of you guys think that before joining EC you should go. I mean, there's a myth that you can join both software and hardware, whichever you like, after completion of this EC. That's true actually. uh, you can go to hardware side, you can go to software side. That's very easy path for a EC student. So if you are interested in hardware, there is that's a different path. You need to do something. You need to learn some subjects properly. See, the academics that has given to you is very much sufficient uh, for an engineer. But the drawback is student himself or herself should learn how to teach themselves the concepts. That's actually missing. I guess that should be improved. The way you are learning from others, or the way you are learning from the textbooks or videos or concepts, wherever you take them, you need to learn in a proper way. No need to by heart something. You need, if you are really interested, you do that. That's it.
Okay, sir. Like, what are the skill sets required to join in your domain, sir? Like hardware or
So
analog or digital?
skill set in the sense, for the hardware, I mean, I'm talking about the VLSI side, core side, or even the communication side. You have a lot of subjects in your academics now. You have digital electronics, analog circuit design, um, communications, analog communications, digital communications, signal processing. You have all these subjects. But if you want to choose I mean, digital VLSI, you need to have good basics in electronic device circuits. I mean, basics from the transistors, how they are originated, and how they work, what are the parameters of the transistors. You need to learn that. That's a basic. If you don't know the alphabets, you can't frame a sentence, right? Those are alphabets for anything that you do in hardware design. For digital, you need to learn analog device circuits, digital electronics, circuit designing, digital circuit designing, and top on that, these are the subjects that you come across through your bachelor's. But once you come into masters or the higher studies, I mean, plus that BTech, they'll teach you the proper circuit designing with specifications. The precision is important there. So you learn all the things in your bachelor's from these basic subjects, and you use these concepts to build a circuit in the masters. That's it.
Okay,
That's
sir. What
what
were the
that's what you do. Yeah, that's what you do to get a place in this hardware designing. Even for the analog side, analog VLSI, you need to have EDC. EDC is common for both the things because you need to have the physics that works, how the transistor is working, how a diode works, how we have moved to the transistors. So these are all important. So that's common for both analog and digital. And from that, you need to have analog circuit designing, starting from circuits, amplifiers, type kinds of amplifiers, ADCs, DACs. So all these things are important. And for communication, uh, you have these communication subjects, right? Digital communication and analog communication that you have, and you can find good career. I mean, you have these fascinating things in image processing also. You do that. I mean, that demands a lot of skill set for signal processing side.
Okay. So, what were the earlier challenges faced by you when you transited from college level to industry level?
See, honestly, from bachelor's, I didn't learn anything. I want to tell it from my heart, because that's a COVID time. Uh, Even I was from diploma background. I don't have proper knowledge. I know the concepts, but I don't have this mathematics. That's a great drawback for a diploma candidate. Even you can ask any person from diploma, but we have good skill set, good uh, uh, thinking capabilities are good. So that's needed actually for a person. So later I have learned everything from bachelor's. The subject that haunted me was signals and systems. That haunted me really bad, because a lot of mathematics is involved there. So I was very afraid of that subject actually. I'm not kidding, that's true actually. Uh, but later I enjoyed the subject. I mean, what kind of things we can do, how we can learn, the way of learning is changed. So that helped me. So when I was preparing for gate, that flipped my uh, way of thinking. So that taught me a lot, even more than from bachelor's. That laid a foundation, bachelor's, but preparation for GATE has flipped my coin. So that changed my life. So the way of understanding was completely different from bachelor's to GATE. I would say that was very easy. You may you may think that so he has already gained something, so he's telling that everything is easy. But once you into the pool, uh, that will be easy. You even can feel that. So that's how I changed that. And later, if you once you cross that border, there won't be any pulls that pull you back. You'll go with the flow. You'll learn something. You'll build something. You have that concentration. All that comes by practice. That's it.
Okay, sir. Now let's dive into little deeper into your professional and technical journey, sir.
Yeah. And before that, mostly I would suggest you to be strong from the society. That's really important. And after that, everything comes. You'll be in the flow. That's it. Your thinking should be changed. You should have proper plan. What you should do present. What you should do and how that will mold your future. That's most important than trying to impress others.
What are the technical skills helped you most in shaping your like career, sir?
I've told you now the subjects that I have learned. Digital electronics mostly. That's the ABCs for hardware domain for digital. Even for analog, you have this analog circuit designing. That's the core. Whatever you learn there, that's being built in the currently engineers build that. If you see DACs, ADCs, you have learned about that in your subjects. You thought that that's a basic thing, but that's what engineers till now, I mean, at present, even currently, they're trying to improve that. There won't be much inventions that happens, but the improvements, there are a lot of improvements that being happening currently in the uh, not even in the hardware domain, anywhere you find, you see the improvements that happens every year. So you need to learn everything from the basics. Those are not basics, that's the foundation you get, and you work on that foundations. And digital electronics is I would say that's very important thing, and which is the starting point. Later you need to learn the circuit designing. What are the kinds of circuits, how many types you can build a circuit, and all these things. And when you come to uh, into practical industrial world, you see how the circuit works. You know how circuit works, but you need to have some precision. You need to make that circuit work however you want. How much level till the circuit should work. You need to decide that. That's what engineer sorry, that's what a engineer does in the industry. That's what I'm doing now also. I work on this chip designing, right? CPU. I've joined, it's been only 1.5 months that I've joined in Qualcomm, but I've learned how they work. I mean, what we need to improve, what they expect from engineer, what chip demands, what should be the future generations of chips, and what kind of improvements we can make. So this comes only if you have basics, how a transistor works, how we can make transistor to work like that. This is what you need to know uh, from the code. That's it.
Okay, sir. As you earlier mentioned that you have shifted to Qualcomm back in 1.5 month, like what were the projects involved in you for like transmission of to Qualcomm, sir, from
Uh, yeah, if someone wants to shift to Qualcomm, what should be the
like
projects that's working on, right?
mm,
Uh, So Qualcomm is basically you know that name, right? Quality Communications. Short form is Qualcomm. So they originated as a communication company, which was developing back in 1950s or before that even, developing CDMA technologies. You have learned this in your communication subject, CDMA. So that's the core actually for the Qualcomm. But later they have moved into the process segment, building process. For the I think space organizations, building process for space organizations. They have done that. So from that point, they have moved into every sector. So they build switches, they build Wi-Fi's, they build cellular technologies like 5G, 4G, uh, and process. You know that, and most of the people know that process are the main core for the Qualcomm. But yeah, actually communication is the core for that. And even they work on this RF chips. Uh, Even in Apple, you have heard of this Apple, right? Uh, they have RF modem in Apple mobile chipset. So they are vendors for that Qualcomm company. So they do all this even for processors. Till now, I mean, recently they have entered computer chipsets, and before that, they have leading market in mobile chipsets, which is termed as Snapdragon series. Even they are making these changes in the computer chipset, so they're trying to move this into this computer segment as well. So I'm currently working on this computer chipset designing, computer processor designing. Yeah, I've told you that on fourth generation our team is working. Yeah, those are the
so,
projects for Qualcomm.
okay, okay, sir. Can you please example some of the projects or like what will help in placing the top MNCs like in hardware domains
Top
or else in software domain?
Yeah, top MNCs. You know that software, you need to learn everything from day to day. You need to be improved. Every day you will have a different softwares in the software segment. You are very familiar with these software technologies, but when it comes to hardware, no need of learning any different technologies, but what you have to learn is you need to have good knowledge on this. mm, of course you probably work on this software tools called Cadence, Synopsys for designing purposes. So those are the kind of softwares that you need to learn. I mean, how to handle them, how to use that softwares for building circuits. And top on that, you need to have good knowledge in programming. I would say, even if it is hardware, you should have proper programming knowledge. Programming is not a different subject. That's a kind of thinking that you put on something. Uh, yeah, I would say that you must learn programming, whether it can be C is preferable. C, Python, these are general programming languages. And if you want to really want to make way in hardware sector, you need to have good knowledge in this scripting languages. You heard of this Perl, Tickle. I guess you have heard this.
Yes, sir.
You need to have good knowledge in that also, because most of the times, not most of the times, every time you work on this scripting languages to build something, yeah, that's very much enough for a person to be in this sector.
Okay. Sir, does DSC and ML matters to a AC student who are aiming to like join in core jobs?
For the core job, that's currently there's no trend of AML in this hardware sector, but in 5 years we can expect that will overtake the hardware domain also in some parts of designing chip. But mostly very less number of jobs will be affected. So you must learn AML. You need to have good knowledge on that. Not the deeper knowledge as a software engineer, but you need to know how it works. Not only AML, every technology you need to have proper knowledge on that. How it came, how it is evolving, what are the inside cores. The core knowledge of that skill set that you need to have. I would say I would prefer you need to have that.
Okay, sir. Sir, how different is the industry reality compared to what we learn in classrooms?
See, classroom learning is a wrapper. I would say that's a wrapper over the designing. You see the things in theoretical way. I mean, if you place an AND gate, for example, if you place some decoder, you can say that it decodes something. If you give some input, you get some outputs, and also you have some gates inside the decoder. This is the theoretical knowledge you learn. We guys learn from the classroom, but when it comes to reality, we should have proper understanding on the inside of the each gate. I mean, how the transistor is arranged inside the gate, so that you can improve something. You can improve power, you can improve area, you can improve timing. All this comes into picture when it comes to practical world. Even that's top layer actually, anyone seeks from an engineer.
Okay, sir.
So yeah, that's what you need to learn. I mean, from the first point, I'm saying that you need to learn the inside course. I mean, the way of learning is very important for you.
Okay. So apart from technical knowledge, what other qualities like communication, teamwork, or leadership does it matter in your fields, like in industrial fields?
Not even in my field, it matters in every field. Even if you're sitting with your classmate in your class, you need to have that coordination. Even yeah, that matters. Without a single person can't do everything, right? You can't build a company on your own. I mean, you can build a company on your own, but you need support. You need team effort to move it further. So that's really important. uh, yeah, that's important. Not even in our sector, in every sector you need that. Even when you're going to a function, that's important. You need to interact with people. That's how you learn things. That's how they teach you. I mean, there would be good things and bad things. Leave the bad things, learn the good things. That's how your life moves.
Okay, so let's take a step back in time and revisit your like college days, GVP days. So
Yeah.
what were the fondest memories from our college for you?
uh, I told you, na, I don't have any good memories with my BTech college actually.
Like
I'm,
chilling
I'm
out
bad
with
at
friends or
yeah, I'm bad on that actually. But yeah, PUBG, PUBG. That took my time most of the times.
okay.
Even yeah, that happens in every with every person. Bunking classes, going to movies. That happens. We don't take seriously our life serious in bachelors. That comes on experiences. Once you are graduated, you have to see the paths where you need to go. That's the time where you realize what you have done in your past times. Yeah, even in my diploma, I have good memories. I've learned a lot from diploma. But BTech, even I was not in college for most of the times since COVID hit us. I was there hardly. I was there for 6 to 7 months in college, physically in the campus. But till the graduation part, I just came for exams. But that was a good time actually. That's a beautiful campus, I should say.
Okay.
Yeah.
Is there any specific like specific clubs, activities, or events influencer your growth, sir? Like interacting with people or else anything else?
Mm, Coming to my personality, I'm an introvert. I say I don't interact with people a lot, but if it's time, I do that. If I want to say, if I want to communicate something, I'll communicate it from my heart. Even now, I'm doing this, so I won't speak a lot, but I have a lot of friends. Even with this behavior, since my intentions were true, are true, and will be true, so that helped me. And for interactions, in order to improve your communications, interactions with people, just speak or involve with the concepts. That's it. If you are speaking on something, you need to have good knowledge on that. If you are quarreling with your friend for movies, you need to have good knowledge on that. uh, Even on the other topics, for technically, if you are speaking with your teacher or your lecturer, you need to have good knowledge on that, so that you can speak properly, clearly, and to the point. So with that, you can improve the communication skills. So be open to the people. Don't escape from the social gatherings. And yeah, that's it.
Okay, sir. Now we will open the floor of questions from students. Feel free to ask about career skills or college life or any advices from the Jashwanth, sir.
Hey, hi guys. Just speak if you want to. If you want to ask something, that can be anything. Not from the technical stuff. You can ask anything. Happy to answer that.
Hi, sir.
Oh, hi, Sheetal Konchada. Okay, Sheetal. Yeah, tell me.
Yeah, sir. I have a question. Like, I'm aspiring to be settle my future in VLSI field, but
Why
as
so?
you know better, like I'm interested same like you, sir,
Okay.
in VLSI field.
Okay.
As you know, in our college we have a very less number of companies coming, core companies,
Hmm.
especially in VLSI.
Yeah.
So, off campus, how to apply and get a job in the BTech level, sir, as a fresher?
Okay, that's a good question. I hope you are on the track because since you are asking this question. So from the bachelor's side, on campus is very rare, and that's not up to mark for your skills. I'm very sure on that. That was not up to mark. But if you want to make in off campus, you can follow some LinkedIn profiles that companies will open for openings. You can follow that. You can ask for. There is a concept of referring candidates. I guess you know that. So if you text someone on LinkedIn after seeing the post, they'll refer you if your skill set is up to mark. And see the skills till the bachelor's. Uh, they won't expect much, but they will give some uh, good amount of work even from the bachelor's part. And most of the times, what happens is you can join any service-based VLSI companies. From there, you can get contract from the product base. Okay, for some projects, they take people from service-based. I mean, you're physically working on the product-based company, but you are working for the service-based company. But from there, if your manager or if your lead likes your presence, I mean, in terms of technical skills, they'll give you opportunity to be part of that company. This is one of the opportunities you will have. So once check that, uh, and directly from the bachelor's, yes, from, see, openly I'm saying this. If you are guy from IIT or IISc, oh sorry, there is no BTech in IISc, from IITs or top 3 NITs, companies companies come for even product based companies come for bachelor guys. But for local colleges like us, they won't come. That's the difference. That's the great difference between the colleges. That's the biggest drawback for a college. Um I mean, not even us. There are a lot of colleges. Only top IITs and top NITs they'll hire from that. So one option you can try is you can see look for the openings through the LinkedIn, and you can approach them by sending your resume. See, before approaching, you should have a strong resume. You should be working. You should work on some core projects like building some uh, circuits in on FPGA, or yeah, that helps on FPGAs. Even you do projects from your bachelor's, right? Mini project and the major project, that helps. That's it. Try that
Thank you.
once. Yeah, try that once.
Good evening, sir. My name is Ashishwini.
Hi.
Uh, um, I just wanted to ask that earlier you have mentioned that you have self-trained yourself for gate preparation.
Yeah, yeah.
My question is, how did you divide your 1 year time span of time for preparing gate? What are the main targets you have set for cracking the gate, and what are your main strong subjects? And can you give me some suggestions? As there are many aspirants who are willing to write this year or in the coming years among us. Can you give us some suggestions?
So I feel very bad that most of the people don't know about Gate, the opportunity that Gate would provide to the persons. But I would say that's a great opportunity to give Gate and get a good score in that. Uh, that gives you opportunity to do your masters or higher studies from top colleges in India, or even some international colleges hire people from the Gate score. Uh, Coming to gate preparation, I have started my gate preparation in around June, after graduating, immediately after graduating. From that point, I have decided that I need to have a particular plan, that every day what I should do and what I need to give myself as a feedback. So I have planned every subject. I mean, we have 10 subjects, including aptitude for GATE. Uh, Even I need to start from the basics, from the roots itself, since I don't have proper knowledge on mathematics. I don't have proper knowledge on any base subjects like digital electronics. I mean, I have good knowledge on digital electronics, but on other base. So I've started making a plan every day. How much should I study? What is the syllabus? Make a proper sheet of syllabus, and from that, what you need to take, and yeah, that's it. That's how I plan. So the tricky part is executing that plan. Making plans are easy, but executing a plan, that's where a real difficulty comes. So consistency matters. It doesn't mean how much you studied a day, how many subjects you have studied, but the consistency matters. Every day you need to revise the concepts. You should not by heart the things. You should not uh, just give the subject with free mind. You need to be very conscious on learning the subject. And if for 10 subjects I have divided equally what which subject I should learn first, and later I need to what subject I need to move. So first I have started with core subjects. I mean, mathematics is very important. You should start from that point. Without mathematics, you can't understand any other subject. For analog circuits, for signals and systems, that's where mathematics comes. So yeah, that's where I started. And moving to the next subjects, digital electronics, uh, and to the advanced subjects like designing part, analog circuit designing, digital designing, and communications. But I don't have a good amount of time actually, because I have started in June month. Hardly I have 8 months. Yeah, 8 months, 7 months. So not even one day I skipped my preparation. Every day I have followed the plan. Um, Taking the lectures from YouTube, reading some textbooks. I don't like reading textbooks actually, but that time I have made a habit of reading subject from the textbook. Uh, yeah, in that 8 months, I've covered all the subjects with 4 times revision, but I have missed communication subject and EMTL subject for revision. So I didn't give any question, I didn't answer any question from those subjects. Till digital communication part, I've planned my days, so I couldn't uh, give the time for the other that two subjects, communication and analog communication and EMTL. So that was bad actually for me. But what I have learned till that part, I was very confident. I didn't leave uh, any question from that. So that helped me. So that's how one should plan. You need to make a plan according to your hours in a day, and need to follow that. Need to have consistency over your plan. That's the actual part. Planning is very easy, but you need to be very consistent. Not only this thing, anything, you need to be very consistent. That's what I do if I start something.
Your true sides were true. Your insights were truly matching, sir. And one more question I would like to ask is, you have cracked one of the greatest institutions interview like IISc Bangalore. Were there any questions that had stopped you in the interview or judge your personality or anything? Can you share some of
Yeah,
your
yeah,
interview experiences?
yeah. Okay. Thank you for asking that. That actually matters.
Yes.
Uh, See, for IISc, we can give three interviews. I mean, they'll select your resume for three different courses. I have chosen VLSI. There is a department here, electronic systems engineering. All the department, they have three courses in that. Electronic systems engineering, it's a department and a course also, and VLSI and EPD, electronic product design. So I've put my resume for three courses. So I got calls for three interviews for these three courses. But I was very sure. I told you that I'm very. I don't take options. I wanna hit the bullseye. So I've given only VLS interview. It's not a overconfidence, but I think that's really important for someone who have confidence. So I've given only VLS interview. That worked. And you don't need to be prepared for any interviews. If you have knowledge, you can express that. You need to have two skills. You have proper knowledge, and you should express something what you have in your mind. Those two things, if you have those two things, you can crack any interview. Not even this, any interview, even in your placements, they look for that. Even if you ask someone a question, what you expect, the confidence in his face, and the knowledge that he has or she has. So that's two things very important for someone. Yeah, regarding technical knowledge, you learn that from the gate preparation. That's more than enough. They'll uh, ask you from that field itself. They won't go out of box. Even if they go out of box, you need to have some presence of mind. With some presence of mind, you need to clarify them. I mean, how you are thinking, the way of thinking, how your brain thinks. They look for that. Uh, you should not be panicked for some uh, a different question. If you face a awkward question, you can, with your mind, you can manipulate them. Just that's it. They need to believe that you're the person who should be in that place. That's it. Sorry for more being more psychological, but that's what things work.
Okay, sir.
Yeah, any more questions? You can ask anything. I'm not teaching you. I'm just telling you what are the
Um,
things you have. Yeah.
It's a very personal question, sir. How does your day in your life looks like at Qualcomm now you're experiencing? Was it great or it's okay, or you are getting into it, or what's your day in your life now?
Yeah, good question. Um, from the first day, I didn't feel enthusiastic because I wanted this. I have from my master's first day, I wanted this, so I'm here. I'm not expecting more. Uh, but inside Qualcomm, even not in Qualcomm, in any company, you feel that if you are good in your technical skills, if you can manage things, if you can pull off all the difficulties from your work, that's that really matters for you, because you go to office or you work on your laptop, you do some stuff, but you need to be i- i- inside the work that you are doing. That's it. And the campus is good, really good actually. Uh, I go to office around. I woke up at 6 o'clock or 5:30. I have a habit of playing this badminton every day, so I woke up early in the morning. I go to office at 8:30. That's so early, but I do that. I like that timing schedule. They won't have any this timing structure. You need to be logged in on your computer for some time, but they see your work, not the time that you work. So they need efficient people, not the hardworking people. They need smart working people with hard work. Sometimes hard work matters. Uh, yeah, I go to office by 8:30. I do my breakfast there. Yeah, they provide breakfast. I do that. Later I move on to my work. So it goes till evening. At 5 o'clock or 5:30, I return to the room. I'll do some. I watch some movies. Yeah, some time pass things. Even I do some arts, pencil art, sketches. I do that. So yeah, my day is filled actually. Yeah, that's it. That's my day. And working with Qualcomm is great. Not even with Qualcomm, with any company, that would be great because they provide you the things what you need. So they expect the work from you. That's it.
Okay, sir. One more thing I just wanted to ask is you are being met with your teammates every day. What type of relationship do you maintain with them? And you provide some suggestions for the people who are getting on board for their internships after their BTech journey? What helps them to get a good relationship with their team or co-employees or co-workers?
Can you clarify me one thing? Are you getting internships now
Yes, sir. We
from
have
which companies?
some campus placements are being going on.
I mean,
Some of the people have got placed and they are offered internships.
oh,
uh, I have got placed into a company called Gyan Data.
oh.
So
Yeah, that's really good actually. Internships are great opportunities for you. Please be aware of your work. Do the things in time. Don't make things delay from your end. And interactions and the relationships in the sense, if you like the people, you have good relations with them. If you don't like the people, some see no one is good at everything. Everyone has flaws, so neglect them, ignore them. If you want to meet that person, meet it. Be it be Make it be towards the technical stuff, and don't mind the uh, things that bother you. Just leave them. They won't bother you if you leave them. If you hold it, they'll bother you. So that's how you take people, and don't take people as granted. Uh, their life is their life, of course. Uh, so you need to have a good relationships. If you are good at your end, there won't be any problems with others. And you need to know your boundaries. I mean, you should not involve in other lives. That's matters. And even with relationships, you can learn a lot. Don't be like I should be sitting here, I won't go anywhere, I won't uh, interact with people. Don't do that things. Go with the people, learn things, teach things to others. That really helps. And you will know the insights of your work if you interact with people. Even you have experienced people around you, a lot of experienced guys. So talk with them. uh, if you want to learn something, ask them. They'll teach you if they're free. So do this stuff. I mean, you can't learn everything from your academics. That's very different from practical world. You learn a lot of things within a year in industry, more than that 4 years. So because you have a lot of deviations in your bachelor's or in your academics, But when it comes to your working period, you need to have proper what I say, uh, proper thinking habits. You need to be very conscious on your work, what you're doing. So that really really needed for a person when you're working in a team. That's it.
Thank you, sir. Your words were true insights for us, and thank you for answering the question so patiently.
Yeah. Congrats for your internship and for others.
Thank you,
Hope you
sir.
will do some magics in your fields.
Thank you, sir.
Yeah, anyone?
Is there any questions from your end?
You can ask me.
Good evening, sir.
Hey, hi.
Good evening, sir. My name is Lava Somika.
Hi, hi.
So, may I know what kind of internships that you worked on during your BTech journey and MTech also, sir?
Till date, I didn't work any internships. Even in ISC, for particularly for VLSI course, they won't professors won't allow for internships actually, because we learn a lot here itself in the campus itself. We learn more than internship, they say. So they won't approve for our internships, but others do. Other courses like communication side, from electrical side, they do internships in companies. Uh, they got internships from all product-based companies: Qualcomm, Texas Instruments, AMD, uh, Samsung. They got their internships, and that helped them a lot. They got a lot of people got PPOs. I mean, pre-placement offer they give. If they like your work in the 2 months of span for internship, they'll give you full-time employment. That's a great opportunity, but unfortunately, we were not allowed for that. But anyhow, we have talent. We are from VLSI. We are talented people. So from the on-campus itself, everyone got placed. Uh, yeah,
Thank you, sir.
yeah. Thank you. Anymore? Why there are only 25 people?
So today the count was some little bit less due to the like festival of Ganesh Chaturthi.
Oh, acha, acha. Okay, okay.
Then I'm like
And why girls? Only girls are talking. Boys don't want any career in this. They don't want money.
they might be preparing for masters or else abroad studies.
Yeah,
So
you can ask me anything, any suggestions, any uh, the path of that preparation, any normal stuff.
Good evening, sir.
Hey, hi.
Hi, sir. Myself, Vamsi Karthik.
Hi, Vamsi.
So you told that you work in VLSI. So I want to know that in which path are you working on, like the front end or the back end?
Yeah, I
Do you
told you
work?
now, my work is from synthesis part to the STA sign off. That comes under back end. Front end,
Okay.
there won't be much thing towards front end, because that's only RTL designing. I mean, you need to write the code in hardware language, which is Verilog they use, or VHDL.
Yes, sir.
So you design the circuit, but from that point we need to synthesize that. I mean, we need to make that code into the actual circuit. I mean, physical transistors, we need to modify them, we need to convert them. That's where my work starts. So synthesis
Like the
based,
physical designing part.
yeah, physical design, you can say that.
Sir, actually, I'm interested in physical designing, but I have no clear idea how to take the path and how to get into company.
Okay, if you are
I'm
interested in
interested.
physical designing,
Yes.
you need to have front end design. I mean, you need to know the designing techniques, how you need to design a circuit. That you should know, and you must know that. When it comes to physical design, you'll start from synthesis, and sometimes it started from placement and routing. But in order to do that, you need to know the actual circuit. I mean, how efficiently you can place them inside a chip. That affects the area, the power, and the performance. So So in order to make a chip efficient, performance efficient, or area efficient, or even the timing efficient, you need to have proper knowledge in front end. Then you should learn all the back end steps, which is synthesis, placement and routing, uh, Mm, CT, you have heard about this clock tree synthesis. I mean,
Yes, sir. Yes.
yeah, efficiently supplying clock to every sequential element that you need to learn, and you must know the timing constraints, the setup time, hold time, and clock skews. All this you need to learn. Yeah, till that part, that's fine. And after that, you directly, I mean, most of the times software does your work. So there are softwares which are automated. You just need to tell that software what it needs to do. If you want to synthesize some circuit, you just give a command synthesis. I mean, that's not actual syntax. You just tell the software to synthesize that circuit. You'll provide all the files in input files. It will synthesize and will generate some circuit. Some That's also a netlist. That's also a written code, but that will be way towards gates. In Verilog, you do coding in English language. You can understand that this is what this does, but when it comes after synthesis, it generates an netlist where it is only comprised of physical gates, AND gate, NOR gate, OR gate, all these gates. And after that, the actual physical design starts. You need to place the each module. You will have a proper constraint on the area of a chip that is measured in square. If you have 8 square, you need to place all the circuits inside that 8 square, that too efficiently. So in order to optimize the chip, that's it. This is what you need to learn in the physical design.
Yes, sir. Thank you, sir.
Yeah, you can go through any YouTube lectures. If from top industries, they'll provide the lectures, what you need to learn, the courses that you may follow, yeah, textbooks you may follow. They'll provide that. You can go through and you can learn from that.
Sir, I think for physical design, learning the tools are more important, right?
Yeah, that's what more important. I mean, you need to have full control on softwares. I mean, if you work on Cadence, you have Genus,
Yes.
Innovus, Extrem. We don't use that, but Extrem would be there. So yeah, you need to know that. I mean, for physical design, you should learn languages like Tcl, Perl, Python for automation. These tools uh, there are a lot of iterations inside the tool. So for that, you need to automate the things. So that demands programming languages, mostly scripting languages like Tcl. Mostly we use Tcl and Python sometimes, Perl sometimes. So if you get chance, try to learn Tcl if you want to be in physical design. If you want to see yourself in there, you must learn Tcl scripting language and knowledge on the softwares.
Thank you, sir.
Yeah. Are you working on any software currently in your bachelor's?
No, sir. In our
I,
college, we do not have any resources.
yeah.
So I think we need to learn from. Do you recommend learning from any training institutes, sir? I think tools we cannot learn our own. I think
Uh,
that's my opinion,
yeah,
but I
that's
do
hard
not have
actually.
clarity.
Yeah, that's actually hard, but you can try going this Cadence official site. You can see lectures there itself. They'll provide you the material on different topics of all throughout the chip designing. You can go there and take lectures from that, but
But
they
Cadence is
won't
not
provide.
free, right, sir? But Cadence is not free.
Yeah, it's not free, but yeah, you can even understand that. But if you want to get hands on,
Mm.
you should have license. There is no
Mm.
cracked version for that. So you need to have what I say. Even some institutes provide that.
Yes, yes.
If you are really interested, you can even go there.
Okay, sir.
So if you really wanted to, if anyone really wanted to move towards core side, if you are examination, because masters give you a lot of things and gives you a lot of opportunities more than bachelors. So I would suggest that if you are, I mean, it won't no, I mean, it won't be work for everyone, but if you get chance, do that. If you have opportunity, grab that. After that, you can't do that. So try to create an opportunity, try to do something. So if you hold that 2 years, you can go somewhere which is really worth for you. Yeah, next one.
Hello, sir.
Oh, hi.
As you said that to get into IASC, the resume should be shortlisted, right? So, what kind of things we have to mention? Like, what kind of criteria they particularly look into resume to get
Huh.
shortlisted?
More of this resume, they look for gate score. That's actually the cutoff point for ISC. So you need to have a good grade gate score. So depending on that, they'll shortlist you. But the resume is important for the interview. While going through the interview, they'll look into your resume and ask about your projects or your subjects. That's where resume comes, but not for shortlisting.
Okay, sir.
And one more thing I would like to tell you, which should not be spoken, but I'll tell you this, but take it as in a positive way. If you have caste, reservation, please try to use that. Don't take it for granted. Use that. You can easily get into some IITs, IISc. That really helps. Use that. That's it.
Sir, how was the like? Can we dive back into our regular questions?
Yeah.
Yeah, how was the industry was changed in past 3 to 5 years when compared to your professional journey was started?
Uh, for VLSI, inside VLSI.
Yeah, sir.
Yeah, the technology nodes will change every year or every 2 3 years. Technology node changes. At our times, when we were at bachelor's, at that time, the 65 nanometer or uh, we see products in the market with 65 nanometer or 45 nanometer at that range. But at this point, Apple and even the Qualcomm, they are working in on 3 nanometer, 2 nanometer chips. You can see that Apple chipset is previous generation, 18 Pro, I guess. 18 Pro was on 3 nanometer, but they currently using this. They're trying to move the node to 2 nanometer. That's very small. That improves the power consumption. That takes very less power. Leakage pass will be less. That's how improvement happens. But and one more technology is FinFET. You may heard of this FinFET, I guess. Even we hardly heard of that. But there is FinFET, which is quite different from the, not quite different, but the structural wise, it's different from the MOSFET. So that's one technologies that's being evolved now. Maybe some companies are using that. Properly, they'll use that from maybe next 3 to 4 years. So
Okay,
this is how technology upgrades in VLSI. So thus, if the channel length is reduced, the number of transistors that can be placed on a chip will be increased. Can be placed on a chip will be more. I mean that means more functionality, less area, less timing, so more speed. So these are the improvements.
okay. So can you please mention some of the current trends or technologies in your field? Like what were the students can focus on there?
Current trends and technologies in the sense, Uh, nothing actually, nothing we can learn from. I mean, compared to software, we don't want to learn. We should not learn all the things, but what we can do is we should learn the software tools, hardware tools for us. which are also software. You need to learn that. And languages, coming to languages, I told you now, you need to have a proper good knowledge on one of the programming languages and one of the scripting languages. I prefer C language, Python, and Tcl for scripting language. Wherever you are in the flow of this chip designing, you should be having that knowledge. You should be having that knowledge. That's what you need to learn currently. So we don't know what we need to learn in future. Most of the things will be automated. They're currently trying that. Few things in this flow will be automated. So after that, we should learn that. Coming to AML also, we need to learn that, because that's what takes this flow in coming future. So if you have good knowledge on that, that would be appreciable.
Okay, sir. Can you please select how the companies will evaluate the fresh graduate?
Pure interview stuff. They'll do interview. They'll have two to three technical rounds. They'll take from you from the core, from the basics. They'll ask you from the basics, from the digital electronics in subject. They'll ask you, and they'll go to the advanced topics till date. What industry is doing? They'll ask that. So you simply should not have technical, academic skills. You should learn out of your box. You should go out of your box. You need to have, and coming to my experience, they have asked me about Apple architecture, why they are very efficient, why the Apple chips are battery efficient. They have asked me. I don't have proper knowledge on that. I don't have proper knowledge on the architecture that they are building. But I've told them something. With my knowledge, I've expressed my thinking on that architecture. So that's what they seek from a candidate when they're interviewing. Sorry. Yeah, that's what they seek you, and they look for your confidence. And yeah, even in the two interviews, that there were two interviews for me, two technical rounds. One was for basics, and the next one, and the other one is completely general questions, that technology trends that's happening in the currently. What are the trends? What Qualcomm needs to be improved? These kind of questions you can expect.
Okay, sir. What do you think will be the biggest opportunity or challenge for the young engineers?
Opportunities. Yeah, you are getting internships, right? That's the biggest opportunity one can get. Grab that, give your 100%. That will really help you. Even that creates experience for you towards the industry, and that builds the circle. You can meet a lot of people there, and if you are good enough, they'll provide you with full-time employments. That's the biggest opportunity, and try to learn as much as you can. Yeah, you have different stuff, you can do that, but along with that, every day you need to learn something, not even from the technical, not from the core. You have this programming languages, right? You can learn it every day. You can try something new inside programming language. You can learn different concepts from that. Um yeah, if you do that, there won't be any hectic job for you at the end. You can complete small portions every day. Yeah, that's what I believe, doing things in a efficient way.
Last but not least, what was the suggestions or what will you give for your juniors?
Throughout the session, I've given a lot of suggestions. Uh, from my experience, I should say that I don't have any speed breakers in my career. I don't take anything serious, but I was very sure on what I was doing. That helped me. If you have proper goal, I mean, if you are thinking of doing something from your heart, not not by influencing, not by influenced by some other career persons, but if it comes from your heart, blindly you do that, no matter what other person talks about you, no other pressures on you. Even that works for some persons, that won't be working for some persons. That matters, that depends. Depending on your life cycle, on your surroundings, on your family, everything comes. But if you have an opportunity, if you do something, if you get something, do that, if you're truly into that. That's it. That's a simple one can follow. I mean, everyone have their problems, everyone face their own life. Uh, but how you are molding yourself is really important. You can't control surroundings, but you can control yourself. So control that.
Thank you, sir, for patiently answering our questions and sharing valuable insights. On
Thank you.
behalf of AI Build Club and Gayatri Vidya Parishad College of Engineering, we express our heartfelt gratitude to you, like,
Thank you.
for sparing your valuable time with us.
Yeah, thank you. But before that, I
Yeah,
would like to say one thing. You can contact me anytime for any, I mean, material guidance. I can provide you that. uh, I have provided a lot of people, but uh, up to their work, what they can achieve from that. If you are, if you want, I can provide you some guidance. Don't be shy taking any suggestions from anyone. I'm just experienced guy with three more years, 3 years from you. So share my experiences. That's it. And can I think you have my mobile contact, right? Or even email ID. You can take that.
yes, sir.
If anyone has any query, you can ping me.
With this, we officially conclude today's Alumni Connect